All right, we're back on this 500 SL that had the receiver dryer, the fan switch, and the compressor switch that are on the receiver dryer assembly all changed. It was due to a leak at the sight glass on the old receiver, I believe. I made a video 2 weeks ago, I think, on that, a week or 2 weeks, can't remember. We got it charged back up, and as you can see here, there's our high side pressure, low side pressure. There's our superheat, 36 degrees superheat, 28 degrees subcooling. Make sure we're on the right refrigerant here. Do you see the refrigerant? Yeah, 134. We are on 134 refrigerant. We're coming out 38.5 degrees out the dash. I'm taking the temperature out of the dash right here. So we got 38.4 degrees. We're just a little over about 1600 RPMs. We're just over idle. If you look back here, here was idle, where you see it's a flat line there and a flat line there. Or no, that was 2000 RPMs. So this was when I was holding it at 2000 RPMs. We're above 240 PSI. And then I dropped it off. I went to idle for a second, and then I got it back up to roughly 1500. It wants to creep up. I got to get my foot back down off of that a little bit. It wants to go faster. I'm on 1500 RPMs. Somewhere right about there. Then this is all 1500 RPMs. That's the outside, the high side pressure right there. It has a mechanical fan, thermal fan, fluid driven fan, plus an external auxiliary electric fan. Here's the low side pressure, 11 psi, about 12 psi is usually, you know, we're getting really cold here. We're getting down to 38 degrees. So you see 8 psi here. This expansion valve might, the setting on it might have drifted a little bit on the low side. But usually about 12 psi is what you'll see. This is on the low side, and we're talking a 40-year-old expansion valve here, or almost 40-year-old. So if we go back to the temperature, you see we're dipping down to 37 degrees. And if you could see, well, right where I came off of when I was at 2000 RPMs, went down to idle, then I steadied it out at about 1500 RPMs, and then it steadied out, and then it got constant. And as all this interior, you could see the sun is right there coming in through. We're at 3 o'clock almost, 2:59. So this car has been sitting here roughly since 10 or 10:30 a.m. Hot soaking. It's a black car, black interior, just baking in the sun. And as you can see right here, we're cooling down the interior up. It looks like the compressor, the expansion valve just kicked off, or the compressor just kicked off and reached its lowest temperature of 37.3 degrees. And I heard a little tick under the dash, and that was the contacts closing. It re-engaged the compressor, and you can see the temperature dropping again. And you can see I'm at 1500 RPMs. So now it will repeat this until it hits roughly 37.3 degrees. And when it hits that temperature again, I don't know if the speaker, the microphone, can pick up the click. Listen. No, it didn't. There, I just heard a click. So we'll see this go back down now. My ears can pick it up. So that is the minimum temperature that the thermostat is set for to let this vehicle get down to this temperature right there. That's it. Okay. Now let's see what our pressures are doing when it kicks in and out. You can see it right there. You can see where the clutch kicked off, and then the clutch kicks in, then the clutch kicks off, and so on. And you could see it represented outside too. So the customer gets a copy of this. Customer gets a snapshot copy of this. Your customer gets a snapshot copy of this. Then your customer gets a snapshot copy of this. Then you make up a full report. Come down here, hit create PDF. Remember, this is the field piece software. Create PDF, create, It's creating the PDF, and it has everything all set out here in one. That's my little logo, Chili Willy. For those of you old enough to remember who Chili Willy was, used to watch him every Saturday morning. All right, guys, I'll see you later. We are a done deal here. This car is excellent. We get down to 37.3 degrees, so I think that's good enough for government work. Bye, guys.